My name's Angelina Magro. I work with the Center for Rural Affairs, and today I'm going to show you how to use the Glowforge. Next, we're going to go over our materials that we're going to use for our project. You're going to need some masking tape, just regular old masking tape, nothing special. You're going to need your blanks, your blank garden markers. We purchased ours from Amazon. The box is 60 blank garden markers. So this is for our particular project, but you could also use full sheets and have it cut your garden markers for you too if you wanted a different shape or if you wanted something a little bit simpler. Some people just want the stake itself. But these ones were already pre-cut, and there's a whole bunch in the package. So we also have our fire extinguisher, easy to access because the laser does get really hot. It is etching by burning the material, and this is wood. So just in case there are any accidents, any sparks, anything that can start a fire, we have our extinguisher close by. Also, we do have to vent the machine. So it does have a vent similar to a dryer that we put outside. So your machine should be close to a window. Like I said, this does etch by burning with the laser, so it does create a lot of smoke. Next, we're going to prep our materials. So like I mentioned, we're going to use some masking tape, and we're just going to use this to cover the face of our garden marker. So we're adding our tape to prevent the wood from burning outside of our design. Instead of burning the wood, it will burn the tape. And I'll show you an example when we're done. So next, we're going to grab our design from the Glowforge software so we can set it up with the machine. This is the Glowforge software that we use here at the Makerspace, and it is Glowforge's software. So once we sign into our account, we're going to go to our dashboard. And this is going to go to our designs. This is going to go to the catalog where we can find different projects to work on. And we do have the software available for everybody that comes to use the Makerspace. I can go over some of the designs that we have. And these are designs that we either saved from the Glowforge templates, or these are designs that we've created here for projects. So here's an example of one that's a Glowforge template. They'll usually have the little purple symbol on the side of them. That means these are Glowforge. Somebody else designed them and for Glowforge. But they have tons of different projects. If you see the other ones here, these are different projects that we have done, or different designs that we've made. So here we have our center logo that we've uploaded. Here we have some pictures. And this is something that Glowforge does also. It can etch pictures into wood and other materials, but I can give you an example. So these are photos that people have uploaded. And then you can etch this into like a wood 8x10. And we'll go back to our designs. This is another etched project that we did. These are cutting projects, the ones that have that are jewelry and other components like building components. The tic-tac-toes, those are usually cut, some etched. We have jewelry. There's just a ton of different projects that Glowforge can do. So I'm going to show you how to print. So let's see. All right, I will click on our garden marker template. This is a template that we created. So as you can see, we have it labeled garden markers, so we know where it is, where to find it. This is the one that we created. So now that we have our design, we're going to load our machine. So we just lift this up, and we're going to place these in here. we're spacing them out sufficiently. We're going to have 5 on the top and 5 on the bottom. We're making 10 total. Okay, so now that we have our materials loaded in the machine, we're going to close the lid and line up our design to make sure everything lines up with each marker. We have our materials in the Glowforge that we're going to be using. We have to select the material. We are using a light basswood plywood. And this is so the Glowforge knows the intensity that it needs to use when it's making our projects. You want to make sure you select the correct one. If you use one like a thicker material, if the laser's intensity isn't high enough, it might not etch or cut all the way through. And if you're using a really thin material with a high intensity, it might burn a little bit more than it should, and you'd have burn marks around your image. So always double check. If you're using Glowforge proof grade material, it'll always say exactly what material you're using. So we're going to line all these up. And even see how this one is a tiny bit crooked, the Glowforge will correct it when it begins the project. It'll tell you this is a little bit off, so I'm going to fix this. So just click OK, it'll do its own thing. Okay, now we have all of our images in the proper space on our material, and we'll click print. And your start button on the machine will start flashing when it's ready to go. When the machine's ready to print, we're going to push the start button. Now our machine is done, and we can unload our finished product. Now we're going to remove our tape, our masking tape. Okay, so you can see the difference between the one we did with the masking tape and without the masking tape. The one that we did with the masking tape is going to have a nice clean finish. Without the masking tape, the intensity of the heat is going to burn around what it's engraving. So if you are selling the products, it does make a difference to use your masking tape and do all of the prep. Here are some of the materials that you can use on the Glowforge and some of the materials that we have here at the Makerspace. Now we have some Glowforge materials. We like to buy the Glowforge proof grade because they're ready to go. They already have the masking tape on both sides to prevent the burning, so you don't have to do it yourself. We have leather. It can cut and engrave leather. These are some other products that we've purchased that we can engrave. Like we did a custom kitchen accessories workshop using wooden spoons that we engraved on the Glowforge. Some adaptations need to be made with your machine in order to use materials that you don't buy from Glowforge. Sometimes you need a different tray on the bottom, something thinner or thicker, because if your material is too high, your laser will hit it.